What's up, everybody? Brett Mix here. Before I get into the video's topic, I just want to say this is my first video in 4.5 months. So I hope everybody had a good summer, a good spring. I'm going to be back making frequent videos. I'm going right back into my Monday Night War videos from 1997, where I am right now, for both WWF and WCW. I'll be reviewing old pay-per-view events. I'll be reviewing Raws and SmackDowns from the current product. So if you're into the history of wrestling or want to stay up to date with the current stuff, consider subscribing to my channel. And thank you so much for those of you who have not unsubscribed in the time where I've been off. Well, I'm back now, and I'm back for good. So there's that. All right, now let's get into the video. I like to do in memory of videos too. And in my time off, we had the unfortunate news that SID Eudy, if I am not pronouncing the last name right, I apologize. Psycho Sid, Sid Justice, Sid Vicious. I'll just call him Sid in this video. Sid has passed away at age 63, losing his fight to cancer. That is a big blow to the wrestling world. He didn't get inducted into the Hall of Fame while alive, and I always think that, you always blow a golden opportunity to get thanked by the fans live in person. Of course, this guy right here knows all about that. It's always sad when that kind of thing happens, because you want to see the guy get his due, and you want to see their speech. You want to see them thank the fans back, and it means a lot to see that. It kind of comes full circle when moments like that happen. But hopefully he's inducted in the next few years here. Not sure if they're going to rush to make him inducted this year or anything, but if they do, certainly no complaints here. Sid was one of those guys when I was little that was, larger than life. Came out with the black vest, and he just looked so cool with the WWF title with that black vest. And even when he had the SID, the SID letters in pyro right above him when he came out, those were good moments. Plus his theme was Playoff Psycho. His entrance theme was a play off the Psycho theme from Alfred Hitchcock movie, of course. I liked the way he spoke, not always with what he said. He wasn't the most articulate speaker, but his contrast of whispering to get you captivated was second to none. He could go from whispering to yelling at the top of his lungs, and he really captivated you with that. It didn't really matter what he was saying, sort of like Ultimate Warrior. A lot like the Ultimate Warrior, but just not as batshit. The Warrior got his due. It's sad. My mother just turned 64 2 days ago, and so to see somebody at 63 die, it's still young. And I feel really bad for his son Gunner and the rest of the Eudy family, if I'm not pronouncing that name wrong, right? I apologize once again. But Sid was a big part of my childhood growing up watching wrestling, and he is a big part so far of these Monday Night Wars that I've been reviewing. He's a guy that, he was the master of the powerbomb to me. That one-handed choke slam. He was a good big man. He had good chemistry with the other big men. He definitely was a presence, and he was a two-time USWA champ, WCW champ, WWF champ, main evented Starrcade, main evented WrestleMania twice. He was a horseman. He wrestled in New Japan. He broke in against guys like Austin Idol, Nick Bockwinkel, Jerry Lawler, Randy Savage. He was a Final Four participant in that stacked 1992 Royal Rumble. There's a lot of career highlights for Sid, and he gets overlooked a lot. He really does. And it's a shame to hear of his death. No matter how talented, no matter how well remembered, no matter how many title reigns he's had, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It matters, did this guy make a difference? And Sid did. And I was just taken back when I heard he died, man. I was just like, oh, that's kind of stopped me in my tracks a little bit. Kind of thought, well, you know what? It'd be nice to make a video, since I like to make in memory of videos, and pay tribute to Sid and just talk about some of my favorite memories. My favorite memory, you as well, I'd like to see in the comment section if you would like to put your favorite SID memory. My favorite SID memory would be in MSG in Survivor Series 1996 when he shook the ropes after he won, very much like the Ultimate Warrior. And he won the title after hitting Jose Lothario, Shawn Michaels' trainer slash manager at the time, with the camera. And after that, he powerbombed Michaels and became champion. And I believe they sold that piece of rope that he shook as a part of this 1997 WWF live auction for the fans. They cut that piece of rope out that he shook, and they sold that to some lucky fan. I think that would be a neat little accessory to have. I always thought that when I saw that, but it's just that's my most that's the memory that I stick with most. Him shaking the ropes, and a lot of Madison Square Garden popped when he beat Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels wasn't the most over babyface, and Madison Square Garden are very pro heels at the time. Especially with Sid. A lot of people were cheering Sid's title victory that night. So that's my favorite memory of the guy. Sucks to lose him. The wrestling world has been mourning. And losing his battle with cancer at 63. It's a real big shame. So I just thought I'd talk for a few minutes in my first video back about Sid. And I hope his memories stay constant and pure forever for wrestling fans everywhere. So, in memory of Sid, I'm Brett Mix, and we'll see you on the next one.